DCA adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo, Crypto Nation, it's another FA Friday, and you get to start off with your two favorite people here. We got Crypto Mikhail, and of course myself, Nemesis. Yo, pimping out that DCA merch. Yo. What's going on, Mikhail? I don't know about you. I'm tired as all get out. Now that
recording
you got...
in progress.
Whoa,
there we go.
Whoa. It like puts it like right in the middle of the screen and stuff. So, yeah, it's like, I don't know about you, but after moving 700, 800, 900 pounds for the last 2 days, I'm very tired. I don't need to work out these last 2 days because I filled up my pickup truck. You know, the inflation is rising faster than scrap payout.
How bad was it?
So,
Well, I got 20 gigs of junk in my downloads folder.
wow. But so yesterday with what was it? It was about 765 pounds.
Right.
That was 54.50. I'm talking. It was
For
like
75 pounds.
7,500 pounds. I had 750 pounds. I got $54 for it.
You good?
And then today I had aluminum and a few engine blocks that were no good anymore. And I had 780 pounds worth of just raw scrap. And then I had another with the couple of engine blocks that went over onto into the aluminum section. That was probably another 150-ish pounds in aluminum. 150-ish. No, maybe a little more than that. Maybe a little more. It might have been 200 pounds more. So today I had, at least 900 pounds that I dropped off there. And today was only, with a single catalytic converter, was just under $75. I had rotors, everything. I was like, wow, man. You don't really get shit for scrapping no more. They talk about being green. My ass.
Well, they can't do nothing with it either.
Because they're just throwing everything away. They have to ship that back to China where they're making everything. Talking about China, man, did you hear about what China, the Chinese Communist Party, their state-owned news outlet was like, if Nancy Pelosi comes to Taiwan and has air support as they come in, that they will take that as acts of aggression, and they will do warning shots and try to do evasive maneuvers to get in their way to deter them from following. If that doesn't work, they have their propaganda news outlet has said that they will shoot them out of the sky, and telling Nancy Pelosi to not go to Taiwan.
Oh, very nice.
It's showing. You see, this comes at a very unusual time because Xi Jinping, I think that's who it is. He's looking to be given a third term, which has never been done before. And he's looking at the honorary position of head of the CCP.
Yeah, I mean, not like he needs them.
So if that happens, you know, he needs to make himself look good. You know, like he can control the West. And to an extent, he kind of does, because everything we rely on their manufacturing. That's the sad part.
And make more stuff.
And of course,
we have no refineries.
And of course, you know, we've you know, Hunter Biden sold us out to China, so I mean, there's that too. Yeah, that's interesting times that with that one. I was like, wow. So if China does shoot an American plane out of the skies for entering what they consider their airspace, is that a declaration of war?
I mean, you would think so, right?
But if you were the one that entered into their airspace, is it a declaration of war or protecting your airspace? I mean, think of the response if Russia sat there and was like, oh, we were just flying one of our MiGs across America for testing purposes. We had no intention of shooting it. He wasn't even armed. They would shoot that sucker down before even finding out that thing had no armament on there. They'd be like, that is a MiG-29. It needs to be down now. Like, I see the next current thing happening. All while they redefine what a recession is right before the second quarter earnings report comes out, and it shows a second.
Wikipedia locked it, man. You can't edit it anymore. Wikipedia locked it. They changed it. They locked it.
Oh yeah, because Wikipedia's own is state. They bow the knee to the state.
DJ skit was right on.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. It's funny. I laughed quite hard at that.
And they because they're basing it that there's more jobs being created right now than there has been during any other recession. Usually they see a recession with a downturn in jobs, job creation, and availability of jobs. Usually you have a shrinkage in the job market. And that's usually where you start saying, oh, it's an employees market versus an employer market. And an employer market is when there's more employees than there are positions. So, I mean, it's like you end up flip-flopping back and forth. Well, now they're saying, well, we've had an explosion in jobs, so this can't be a recession. But they don't tell you. The caveat to this is they might have created 3 new jobs, but they're 3 new part-time jobs, all held by one person.
Well, that's facts.
Right. Because if everybody's part-time, you don't have to pay them the $15 an hour minimum wage. Especially up this way. That $15 an hour minimum wage really wreaked havoc through here.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, Golden Wolf.
Wow, we got the golden with the helicopters coming in full force. Woo! For you, Golden. DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. Ooh, sensual. Sensual. So sensual. Like, good evening. Good evening to you too, my man. So, yeah, it's been an interesting one. Watching how they're redefining what a recession is. Even though the CPI shows that it should be printing a recession. The CPI is a lagging indicator, so it should show, because it's like two downturn quarters consecutively back to back is considered a recession. Depression, I think, is supposed to be like a full year, and then it's considered a depression. So I wonder when we get up to depression status, that are they gonna kick the field goal down the way a little bit further and be like, oh no, this really isn't a depression. We've been able to give people money that hasn't and caused any more inflation. Just don't look at the idea that you haven't been able to start your car up because you haven't had gas in there for 2 years because of all the inflation. It's like, oh my god, these governments around the world are like Wreck-It Ralphs. Mikhail disappeared.
Constantly. I just rolled at the screen.
Man, he's gone, guys. I'm alone.
Man. Rolled at the screen.
Too funny.
Just rolled to the other desk. I'm sorry.
I was alone. Oh, we got that.
Right.
Right? You left.
Yeah,
You all saw that.
Left, right.
You all saw that. But yeah, we got DogeLord. He's like, yo, smash that Leslie like button. Hells yeah. Smash it good. Smash it hard.
Found gas last night for $3.75. Dude, I got gas on the 400 that day for $3.40. And I was astonished.
So I took $60. Went and prepaid for my diesel. And that fucking $60 still didn't fill up my tank.
Yeah. Diesel's expensive. Diesel is still kind of high.
I know I'm old and shit, but motherfucker, I remember being able to drive across the country for like $200.
Really remember, like,
I remember 97 cents a fucking
like,
gallon.
remember,
$20 would
was it
fill up
4 years?
my gas hog.
Not even 4 years ago. It'd be longer than that. Like 5 years ago, when diesel was cheaper than gasoline. You remember that?
Those were the days.
Remember that? I remember that.
I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I remember that. I had a diesel then.
I didn't have a diesel then, but I do remember that diesel was like the cheaper fuel for the longest time.
I had my second gym back then. It was amazing.
And I had my Monte Carlo.
Drove all the way to Arkansas
and I put premium.
Still didn't have to put gas in my truck.
I put premium fuel only into my Monte Carlo, and my 74 Chevelle only gets premium fuel too. High octane goodness. And I remember it didn't fucking hurt to fill up a tank.
Now you look at it
You
like.
you remember
stop,
remember when I when I drove to Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah, man, dude, that wasn't even that bad. I remember when I drove to Georgia too.
I did it in a gas
was
hog.
It was not that bad, you know. It's cheaper than flying. Now it's relatively the same price.
I know. Right? Oh my god, that's so
It costs
sad.
you the same no matter what you do. You're like, yeah, I'm spending the money regardless.
It's like,
I want to put the miles on my car.
Right? Do I want to spend $350
appreciate
to
the value of that car
drive
even
that, or do I want to drive 200 fly for 275?
Yep.
And
Now,
it
if it
takes
was
me
like-
only a few hours. I'm gonna fly. Let me book that shit. Air
Yeah, that's
taxi.
like-
Yo.
Easy. Easy call. And especially when it's like, appreciate the car or fly. Fly. Just when it's the same price. That takes longer. It doesn't take as longer. It doesn't take as longer. Worth it.
Yo.
It's the Doges of the Lords. Hello,
What
Doges
is
of the
up?
Lords.
Hold on, let me turn the light on.
Oh my gosh, that's too much light. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I don't like this. Let's see here.
Whoa.
What the hell? It
This
needs to go
is
away.
you.
Get rid of that.
Turn it off, dude.
Stop double joining Zoom.
Right? This is your
Nah,
Chris
hang on,
Father
hang on.
note taker. Turn your
It's
note taking feature off.
It's not showing up on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
100%.
Hang on one second. Let me see if I can try something.
Fix it. Fix it now.
I don't know what you just did.
Up some things. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Chris did something and it wasn't right. I don't know what he did. He removed himself.
He did.
But then I booted the other thing out. Hey, there we go. Hey, now your goofy thing isn't there.
Did
Yay!
it work that time?
I had to
Yep.
kick that other goofy thing out of here.
That's fine.
I'm like, get out!
Dun, dun, dun.
So what is up, all you sexy motherfuckers?
Oh,
You
no.
know, stuffs and things.
But
Things and
we're
stuffs.
bitching about, you know, the government like redefining
Gooberment.
what the gooberment redefining what a recession is right
Oh,
before
California's trying to make people put masks back on in Los Angeles because of monkeypox.
well
it's like,
you
yeah, that's
live
not
in
how it's
you
spread.
live in communism, so I mean this is in communism this is rational thinking.
I'd expect it from your state.
Right.
Yeah.
While your governors, you know, remain maskless because
My governor is
they're-
Nancy Pelosi's nephew. You know that, right?
Ha 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 ha. You know,
makes a lot of sense.
I for every one
Poor
person
fella.
in California that I feel bad for, there's 8 people that voted for him that you know.
It's not like entirely wrong.
Tech man. Yeah,
Oh,
Cox
God.
Digital Cable is absolutely dirty. That's how you get monkeypox.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh no, that means the facility has monkeypox.
Crap! Run! Isolate!
No. Cover your
It's
mouth.
definitely hot enough in there to kill everything, so it's fine.
Okay, cool. Well, not right now. It's so
Not right
cool
now.
in there. Even
It's nice and cool
with
in there.
all that massive hash rate we got running. Oh giggity!
Oh, giggity giggity.
Oh man. And
I was trying to edit some video earlier today, and I was like, it was so hard trying to like find the balance of trying to kill the loud, high pitched noise and like still be able to hear me through my microphone. And I was like, this is impossible. Like you can't.
You see what's
can't
needed
kill
at what's needed at this point. Okay.
Even low pass was like, meh.
It needs to have NVIDIA broadcast in the mind. It's the only way.
Well, that was
that
just
tech,
off like
man?
my microphone from my.
I know. I'm not trash talking in it.
I don't even know if it would like. I don't even know if NVIDIA broadcast would solve that.
Yeah, it would. Barnacles on YouTube fucking tested that out. He had a leaf blower, a high-powered fan sitting next to him, fucking loud music, and he'd talk, and you couldn't even not even a crack of that sound came through. I was like, wow,
that's
I
impressive.
wonder if the new. You've seen that AMD's new adrenaline software released a noise suppression.
They've got their variation of it. Yep.
I'm actually kind of curious about how well it works.
Right.
I love AMD, so like if they can like make that stuff work. Like, I love AMD for compute. I'll put it that way because you can buy cheaper compute on AMD for way more compute power. It's just it doesn't get utilized very well. But if you programs or you can build a program to utilize it correctly.
See, the problem. So TechMan actually says he's just saying they need to tell it like it is. Here's the truth. The news is clickbait. They are not paid to tell the truth. They are clickbait. They are clickbait disguised as truth.
That's not even news. That is government propaganda. Let's just call it for what it is. News is something that fucking very few people in the world
spread fear.
What they do now is they put news actual journalists in jail like Julian Assange. I'm just saying that Julian Assange is the death of fucking real journalism.
Critter Bedell asked for doing Patreon Sunday. Yes,
it's happening. It's on like Donkey Kong.
I'm gonna be there unless I'm gone.
Yeah,
I can't I cannot make like say indefinite plans.
It's that time.
I will be there.
You will be there in spirit. You'll be there in spirit.
Even if I'm at the hospital, maybe I'll pop in and be like, "What's up, guys?" You know, here I go.
Cal, you did this to me. I'm gonna kill you. Oh!
Somebody touch me a nipple.
Man, who is now playing?
Somebody spank my butt.
Hey, who's playing with music? Who's playing with music? Why do I see like audio settings for some reason?
Not me.
No. Then why?
I don't have any music.
Why is Zoom asking me for stupid shit? What are you doing to me, Zoom? I did not give you permission.
I'm not doing nothing but.
Maybe it updated without your permission.
No, it was like it just started. It just started asking if I wanted to upload music. It's like no, I do not want. No. Why are you asking me to do stuff? This is awkward. Zoom should not be asking me to do anything. I did not touch it. Right? I did not order an Alexa. No Alexa.
No NSA spyware for me, thank you.
Right? No geolocation, no none of that crap.
Oh man. So what is going on with YouTube? Like, how is the Family Mind doing?
Oh man,
what's the updates there, buddy?
Mikkel found this badass fucking software that gives me the giggities.
It gives me the giggities. I like it.
Oh my God, yeah. Especially when you get software too. Well, especially when you get on the dashboard, you can reconfigure the dashboard to oh my God. It's configurable.
Yeah, you can actually change the settings of it.
I was like, wow. I'm like, holy shit.
Yep. And it's different for everybody. Like whenever I don't think if I log in, I don't think it doesn't change my stuff. I usually only change this first setting.
So it gives you it's software to be able to look at all of my ASICs remotely. Typically with an ASIC, and for anybody out there that doesn't know what an ASIC is, ASIC stands for Application Specific Integrated Chip. In other words, it's a computer that has, I'm sorry, yeah, you're right, integrated circuit. It's a computer that only has one job, nothing else. It does it better than any.
Damn good though.
Oh, as efficiently as humanly possible. Mm-hmm. The fastest, the faster than anything you've ever seen do it. So I mean, it's great hardware. Drawback is typically, unless you are sitting in the same, on the same computer network as with the ASICs, you can't see it. So, me being in another state, I have no way of reaching out and touching these ASICs in any way, shape, or form. And with this awesome software, and Mikkel donating a Raspberry Pi, graciously, and it allows me for the first time out here to not only look at the existing ASICs that I had running on the network, but the 2 Bitcoin miners that we plugged in. Yo!
Yes. And then it goes way further in depth than just or barely even
there's so many
touching the surface.
It
so
lets
we can talk about it's that's the crappy part is, and I get why no one makes content on this, and I get why people don't. It's just because it shows so much information, and at some point it's just not okay to show some of it, and you're like, I would love to show you this, but that is just really revealing.
Right.
And for farms and stuff, yeah, they're not going to show you that.
Speaking of revealing and farms, I just posted a link in the live chat for anybody that has not seen it yet. Our boy Serpent and Bits Be Trippin' were featured in an article about how miners are making do right now. So if you haven't read it yet, definitely check that out. Give it a retweet.
It was really cool. Really cool to see that.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw you posted that into Discord, and I'm like, oh, I'm sharing that.
It's good stuff. Great. It's a good read. People should go read it. It's a nice little, just kind of little throwback. It's your boys. Mm-hmm. Carter's a well-stable, known person in the community, not just for mining, but also in Ethereum community and Ravencoin and everything. And you got Vega, who is at-home miner like us. DDT went big scale.
Yep. We're going there too. Yep.
Looks like a lot of our community members are going from at home to opening facilities. Gonna be hosting
really so much open, but hosting at facilities. It's fortunately it's the way. Not really.
I mean, Bits Be Trippin'.
It's the way to go.
Bits Be Trippin' was already a big time miner. He was not small hash rate in any way, shape, or form. He's just expanding. But as far as seeing people going into, I mean, what's nice about cryptocurrency mining in general is it's a way to tap into stuck energy. I mean, it's like that. They'll latch on to natural gas.
DJ all-time high. I love the name. That's funny.
It's like
you got a wrench. Oh my gosh, you changed your name then. I don't know who you want.
What?
It looks familiar. You got a wrench, so you're in the Patreon. So
Definitely in the Patreon. But who is that handsome devil? Who is
I do
DJ
love
All Time High?
the name.
I know, right?
Wish I could tell you like previous names.
And does he have a musical YouTube channel? That's what I want to know.
It's Preston.
Okay, I
It's
thought
not
so.
Preston.
I thought so. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm like, I think because me and him talk every so often, and he's like messaging me at the same time, and I'm like,
What's up, my dude?
I think that's the Prestos.
What is up? How you doing, buddy?
Good to
Hope
see
you're
you, my
doing
man.
well and fantastic.
Hey, can we get some FAs in the chat? I think it's time for an announcement.
Maybe.
I mean, we have an awesome shirt over there and an awesome background, and we have not
I got a
heard.
pretty awesome.
Yeah,
oh,
official
and an
announcement.
awesome hat.
Oh yes, oh yes. Let's get some FAs
I'm
in the
being
chat.
fresh today because I'm a tired guy, and I had to after I got done doing scrap metal stuff. Ooh, look at that! Even he's got
damn.
that fresh hat too. Look at
Yeah.
that! Ooh,
Fresh hat.
Oh,
You know,
That sick
the
DCA shirt.
Visity bit. Custom Visity bit shirt.
It is custom. It is custom. The original one was red. You asked for Bitcoin orange. Very
That's-
well.
It was only fitting.
but it's not. It didn't come in large and gray, so I mean,
He already got the large and gray hoodie.
It's also in a different material shirt than it is now. You,
Show us the large gray hoodie.
He doesn't have that
Let's
next
put
to
it
it.
way up in the closet.
That's like way up at the. It ain't
Right.
winter right now.
It is nowhere near winter, man. It's 100 plus degrees out. No thank you.
We got 2 FAs in the chat. We got 2.
They don't want the
Well,
announcement.
thank you,
Nice.
MC. MC, you are the man.
I don't think everybody wants the announcement. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Shame. Not really shame.
I'm gonna refresh. Maybe that's the issue.
I don't know. Current viewer thing's coming off a lot here recently. The other day I was streaming. What was it? No, it was Tuesday. It's Tuesday because Jay streamed Wednesday. I was streaming and there was like, it said no people were on the stream, right? But there was 4 people in the chat talking. And I said, you are a liar. I even refreshed it and it said 0. And I was like, y'all are talking in the chat. So,
Right.
and I'm watching it too. So, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do here. I called
But
BS
I
on
do
your
like
algorithm.
the idea that it's 38C in the mining facility, and my hottest ASIC is 93 degrees Fahrenheit.
94 now.
Yeah, it's fluctuating a little bit.
This is the first time I've seen it up. It's been at 93 most of it.
Yeah.
First time I've seen it up, to be honest.
Hello there. There's another beautiful person right there. Let's get some FAs in the chat for our boy ABMNS, and then we can get that announcement.
Yeah, we need some FAs in here. We need a lot of FAs.
It looks good
9
on
of
mobile,
you.
too.
There's
So, yeah.
9 of you.
You can log in on your phone, and it looks pretty fantastic.
Nice.
Other than it being bright white. But you can change it. If you go into the account settings and go all the way to the bottom, it says dashboard theme. It says light or dark.
Ah.
I have dark viewers, so I just leave it on light mode. It might change it for everybody. It's like an all over setting.
Oh, we almost have the sea of FAs. It's almost all FAs.
How about the Ethereum Classic? Man, that network hash rate though, right?
A lot of miners are going
It
back
was
to
like-
ETC right now.
Yeah, they're getting those pre-test merges in, man.
So dark mode makes it blue.
Really? Does it look better in dark mode, like through dark?
With the dark reader and blue, yes, it kind of looks a little snappy, actually.
Ooh, we got a sea of
I dig
FAs. It's time for an announcement. It's time for an announcement.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
It is a universal setting, by the way. It changed mine as soon as I refreshed.
That's
That is
awesome.
a universal setting. It is like odd blue.
Yeah, it's a weird blue, and it doesn't matter if you turn
I don't
off
care
the
for
dark
the back
reader.
like that. Really?
Yeah.
That light tone blue is like there.
Yep.
So wait a minute. When you say universal setting, does that mean like if Brian changes a setting, you see it as well?
Yeah.
It's not per user
I mean, dark mode's
experience.
cool with it.
I'm like, I'm
But
not.
I mean, I actually kind of like it because it's a lot more like Legend.
Yeah. That
Plus, it's
was
not so harsh on your eyes.
Yeah, it's not as much.
and if you turn the dark reader
The white is
off,
snappy.
if you turn off the dark reader, then all the boxes and stuff become white.
Yeah, no,
It like lightens up the whole screen. It's like,
I don't
oh,
like that. I'll leave dark mode on.
yeah, that's what
I'll
I
leave
said.
dark mode on with their dark mode.
Yeah, that's
Because that white is really easy to read.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dig it.
It's not perfect, but yeah, exactly. I dig it. I dig it.
Dig it.
Because dark readers on light mode is like the text is that light blue. Like that blue color is the text color.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at it on my other screen because it's a different account. It didn't change. Yeah. It's that light color blue. Makes sense.
This is just their thing. It's
You
okay.
guys are like, if you guys have A6, I'm like, more than one is like probably preferable, but if you just want to play with some cool software, and it even shows like gold shells, which is really nice. You have a bunch of like mini doges or CKB boxes. Almost all of the mini boxes are on there. You can control them all like in one spot. So having to go in each individual freaking gold shell window, you can
Yeah,
like,
and you can batch command them.
up to 25 and it's free. Like you can just view and control them for free remotely.
I love
Which
that.
something
and
you
get
cannot do with
25
Apex.
of them. 25 of them. Oh, that's
Orman.mn.
that's over 1 petahash, bro. That's over 1 petahash.
There's the website if y'all want to like ever give it a try and like give it a look at. They do not have like in the iPolos yet, but I'm in their Discord and it looks like they're looking at doing support for it. So you'll see like the iPolos, the Jingle Miners probably. Most of them all have API calls. So.
You know, I was thinking about it earlier today.
When'd you
When,
find this? Yeah, dude, it is wild.
What's up?
I was DJ all the time.
Oh,
He said thank you for finding this. This is it's good hardware, man.
oh,
Or
yeah.
software.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't control it the way that, like, he has an issue because he's, like, on his router, he's, like, half locked out of it. So he's unable to find them on network to actually, like, log into them individually.
Is it a different subnet? If it's a different subnet, install
No,
your pickaxe on that other subnet.
He's not able. I mean, does it find them automatically on network?
Not automatically. You just have to. You would go to
That's the
add
pro-
miner, and you can go to simple search, and you can give it a range of IP addresses from like your base 1 to 200, and it'll search them all, and it'll find them for you. You don't even have to touch them. It'll find them for you. You just have to give it a range of IPs.
Okay.
really easy.
And you won't be
once
able...
your pickaxe is up, you just have to go into add miner.
And you won't be able to do what I did to reprogram them in any way, shape, or form. It's the way that I did. No, it's the way that I had to do it. I had to do it with the control board in my hand physically. I have to physically touch them to do that.
He said I can find.
Cool, but I it's like the firmware updates on those E3s. You have to physically touch those.
Oh, to make them like ETC accessible.
Yeah. And that's the issue that he's having. Like, I put the software on there. I ran them on my E3s without an issue, and then I hand it back to him, and he's like, they won't mind. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing wrong.
That's it. Right.
So check this out. Today I was talking with a friend I hadn't seen at work for a while, and she happened to ask, like, how's the YouTube channel? How's business and all that stuff? And during the course of the conversation, I looked at my watch and I'm like, oh yeah, you guys realize it's been almost a year to the date that you guys asked me if I could do coffee for the community? I looked at my Twitter just now and it says, yep, joined August 20th, 21.
So what you're saying is,
like this, the coffee project has been around for almost a year now. Like the grand opening was December, but when you guys asked me, it was almost a year ago today. Like I gotta find the live stream where you guys asked.
Yep. So a birth of a dream giveaway. I like it.
Ooh.
I like it. FA's in chat. If anybody else agrees.
Maybe we should do the birth of a dream giveaway during the Patreon.
Snazzy.
What do you guys think?
Well, not everybody has a wrench.
It would be one more way that we could say thank you.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't think that we should make an exclusive Patreon.
Yeah, exclusive. Yeah.
Just throwing ideas out there.
One for each.
Ooh.
That's a good compromise.
Ooh.
Everybody gets a chance, and
Right.
Patreons just get an extra chance.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate thank you, because then you get to double your
You get
chances.
a chance to win. You get the chance to win twice, not just one time, but 2 times. I like that.
Especially if you're a DogeLord coffee addict. Ooh, buy that drip.
I like it. I like it.
I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm seeing all the climate change chat, and it's like, yeah, I remember. What was it? There was in the 70s they were saying, oh, it's going to be another ice age. This, that, and the other.
Oh yeah,
It's
then
like-
they moved down to cow farts. And then when they went to cow farts, you knew it was bullshit. But that was when they were saying global warming, and they dropped global warming because in 30 years it hasn't happened. The seas have not rised. That little rock that's in Plymouth that says the date that they landed, is still above water to this day. Ever since from the 1700s, right before the 1800s. So we're talking 200 years. It's not underwater.
Well, there's actually, I actually shared that meme. It made me laugh, and it made me, take in the day, Plymouth Rock just sitting there like, chill the F out, have a coffee, and I got so much hate on that tweet. It's like, and then somebody was like, try again, fact check, Plymouth Rock photo does not invalidate sea level rise.
Right,
it's like
says,
funny, and then there's another one of Plymouth Rock that's underwater. And it's like, who the fuck knows what Plymouth Rock is? Have you been there? I haven't. But you know what? The picture made me laugh.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know? And then I shared all this other stuff. Like, look, here's a blog for you to read all this different stuff of 50 years of failed
so now
apocalyptic predictions.
They've got rid of global warming because that really hasn't happened. The only thing that they changed was the coloring for each of the same temperatures. So everything is now red, so it's bad now. But the temperatures from year to year are the same. So now they go to climate change because, according to where you are in relationship to the sun, climate changes.
Check out government-funded science, okay? In the 60s.
That's not science.
Oil reserves will be depleted in 10 years. In the 70s, another ice age in 10 years. In the 80s, acid rain will destroy all crops in 10 years. In the 90s, the ozone layer will be destroyed in 10 years.
There's holes over Antarctica.
In the 2000s, the ice caps will be gone in 10 years. And none of these catastrophes happened, but all resulted in more taxes and regulation.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Right. You can see just a handful of companies that benefit from the exploit. And then they want to tell you, you're a bad person for paying for electricity and paying for fuel for your car.
Electric car.
No, I'm not.
Don't charge your electric car because it's too taxing on the grid.
Right. That's
so I can't do anything? No,
that's
no,
California problem because it was beneficial for them to make sure that California has no energy production at all.
Yeah.
California doesn't need energy, isn't that right, Chris?
California is ridiculous.
You don't need power over there, right?
We already have brownouts.
Right, because you don't need power periodically.
You don't need to save the food in your freezer.
No, not at all. No.
It's his fault for not having a backup generator. Oh, wait a minute. They outlawed that too.
Can't have that. Oh,
See,
you get solar panels? Oh, we'll tax you. Well, you'll have an extra tax for that.
And
you're trying to give too much power. Well, we'll tax you for having too much power for when you sell it back to us.
Right. Oh, and guess what?
We'll give you a cut, but we'll give you a cut back at the end of the year.
You sell it back to them at 1.5 cents per kilowatt hour. Ain't that about a bitch? It's like you're gonna fucking pay me 1.5 cents per kilowatt hour.
They live in tents without power. A lot of them have power in the tents. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, they got little generator, little mini generators, or they've got solar panel things on their shit. And I was like,
yeah.
I like the meme of California. They showed a tent in the middle of a field, and they were like, a luxury home, $500,000.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty funny.
With a little AC unit. I was like, oh my fucking god.
It's about spot on, man.
Right?
I don't think that's ridiculous.
And what's bad is like
I don't know how
you have people that keep voting for that. I don't understand.
Oh Lord, I saw a commercial today. Like the sound was off, but I saw a commercial today at work, and it was like, all the MAGA people are, doing and saying this, and they're taking away your freedoms. If you want your freedoms, vote Democrat. We'll take care of you. I'm like, that's the problem. Anytime any government says we'll take care of you, that's a red flag.
Well, look at California.
I'm a constitutionalist. Leave me the fuck alone.
Well, look at the California, right? California it has sanctuary cities. These sanctuary cities have the biggest fucking issues. It's funny how a lot of these sanctuary cities are democratic cities, And I love what the governor of Texas is doing, and he just like just 7 or 8 buses to Washington. And now the Democratic governor of Washington is like, oh my God, it's out of control. She goes on the news and goes, if they're trying to put you on the buses because they're trying to trick you, there are ways of doing it. This is not it. It's like, but 3 weeks ago you said you were a sanctuary city. Well, here.
There you go.
They're looking for sanctuary.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, AB.
Put your money where your
Not
mouth is.
wrong.
Right? Now she's calling out the National Guard.
Oh, that sounds to me like a failed policy.
Right? Like, unless the government wants to do government housing and just build houses and put people in there, whether they got jobs or not. Be like, here, everybody get a job. It's like being on Oprah Winfrey, right? Look under your seat. Everyone gets a...
Guys. Rabbit mining's offline. He said enjoy the extra profits. I just posted
Woo!
on Twitter. He said the storm hit, internet's out, enjoy extra profits. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Keep that thing by you too, so that our stuff stays on too. I'm tired of having issues.
Yeah, no, we got like scattered thunderstorms more. Everything be alright.
Like, I'm tired of just having overall like stupid issues after moving all the rigs. It's like, settle down, rigs. But at least I think
like the going rate. Mining King, whenever he had his stuff sent to Hawk, he had like a few risers die and like some fans die. It's like it's literally just like the cost of moving rigs. Like is sometimes.
Yep.
It's gonna cost you like stuff.
Yep.
I think
and a month of stability.
I think with all of NIM's stuff so far, I think I've maybe replaced 4 risers, maybe
Right.
total. 4 risers. We swapped one whole rig straight to a riserless motherboard because it was just
Acting goofy.
effing goofy. But turns out we could technically put it all back into
Probably,
the case,
yeah.
It was just the one card that was having issues.
And
They seem to like it being in the big case.
Yeah.
It gives them a little bit extra room to breathe.
Actually,
That
they
air moving
breathing.
through.
they don't need that. They need funneled air.
Yeah, I mean, like, it pushes it through. Right now,
I'm actually
one
using
is,
the funneling process. Okay, so attached to my house, there's a swamp cooler. It doesn't work, but the fan does. And it's like one of industrial strength. Like you turn that thing on, it's
nice.
just like, got a window open downstairs, a window open out here, and it pushes all the hot air from inside the house out the windows. It's wonderful.
Well, what do you mean that the swamp cooler aspect doesn't work?
Like the copper pipe from
Yeah.
the pump to where it connects.
Oh, so
It's
it's actually it doesn't refill the reservoir for it
Correct.
anymore.
the
Ah,
only thing that works is
it's
the
a
fan.
it's a manual refill.
But the good thing is that filter thing that holds the moisture in the water, it's now acting as a filter, an air filter.
It's so dry.
That sounds so bad.
Eh.
Did anybody dive though?
But those
Oh,
filter
nice.
wicks,
Jermaine,
those
you're
filter
not
wicks
wrong.
are
California is
expensive.
horrible with solar power. Like they want you to
They
not
tax
use
you, man.
any.
They tax you for even having it.
And they have
they'll
all these
tax you on
programs to put
selling
it
it
on there
back.
for free, but then they tax you on it.
Yeah.
But no,
and then
you
they don't
can't
tell,
have-
and then they don't tell you that they don't outlast more than 10 years,
Mhm.
and they are non-recyclable.
They don't want you to have battery storage for the power.
No, they want you to go on grid at night.
Yep, on grid in the mornings.
Doesn't
and they want it
California
facing, they want it
have?
facing southwest? That way, when you get home from work during peak hours, that's when you can use your electricity from solar.
Mhm.
But if you live where I live and there's a mountain right there cutting off your solar, what the hell?
Ew.
They may have seen the all the dumps, the solar dumps. Nothing with panels.
No, I haven't.
Can't do anything with them.
So you want fun fact? You know how in China they've got that whole mountain that's covered in solar panels?
Mm-hmm.
So there's insider photos that I've found of just big old sections where they're destroyed. But they've left them there because from above, it still looks like they're intact.
They're just laying on the ground.
Yep, and half of them aren't even hooked up.
Yeah, it probably doesn't cost too much to move them back down.
No, it's
PR.
It's a PR stunt. They have a bunch of windmills for power generation. None of them are plugged in.
Do you remember watching the interview with what? I forget their names right now. But the interview, they interviewed North Korean president, and they had the fake grocery stores and everything. It's all PR.
Yeah.
Well, one of the sales pitches that they give you when they try to sell you on the idea of installing solar on your house is that if you make more than you use, the city will pay you. Not true. To the extent that they advertise, like they will tax you, and they do not.
But there's also a tax for selling it back. There's a tax for using it, and there's a tax for selling it back.
Yep.
If you don't use enough, and I was like, that is so messed up. Like,
yep. And you want to know what's even funnier? In California,
and there's no option unless you buy the infrastructure.
I could be wrong, Chris. If you know, please correct me. But from what I remember from a long time ago, if you were not hooked up onto the electric grid or have water, it is not deemed a livable residence.
Correct. There are instances where somebody actually bought some land, built a house, had master electricians come out, install solar, but because it wasn't attached to the grid, the city was forced to come out and give it an inspection because the electric company complained that it was an unsafe area because they weren't attached to the grid, and it was deemed unfit for use. The guy couldn't even live in his own fucking house.
Yep.
If you actually have kids, and you're living in this sort of environment, they'll take your fucking kids away.
Yeah. I heard it was like really messed up because they consider it a homestead, and California does not allow homesteads.
It's not just California. There's other states as well.
I know, but I'm picking on California specifically on this one.
Most multiple states are like that, but it's wild.
But you can pitch a tent anywhere you'd like.
Yes, you need a toilet and power for an occupation apartment.
Yeah.
Yep. I had to have
in California. I mean, in Illinois, all I have to do is just remove the toilets.
For my occupational permit, have to.
I
get my occupancy permit without it.
Yeah, our governor.
I didn't have to have water because I have well water.
Yep. But our governor removed the toilets out of his 2 mansions that he has, so he wouldn't get hit with the property tax with the house. It was just land because
they counted it as a bathroom.
He removed all the toilets in both the buildings, so that they were inhabitable, and you cannot tax something that is inhabitable.
Can't tax an inhabitable house. Yeah.
Yep. I was like,
jerk.
Oh yeah,
smooth.
Our governor of Illinois of Crookenoise, dude. Don't tell me that we ain't run by fucking criminals.
I did see that that they built, that China built a new nuclear reactor. Yeah, thorium nuclear power plant.
Because nuclear power is so much. It's technically green energy.
It doesn't use, like you said, it doesn't use the classic uranium. thorium. Cleaner, but it's way more efficient.
You got to think
nuclear
that,
power plant right
Easier
next
to manage,
to
too.
Camp Pendleton.
Doesn't get as hot.
They shut it down like many years ago. They can't take it down, and they
Nope.
still have security there to make sure that nobody tries to steal it or bomb it.
because
That
they
place
can't.
is
They
still
can't.
running. Like, don't you think it's not? It's still running. It's not producing power for people, but it's still running because you
Yeah.
can't just not.
You can't turn off a reactor.
Once it's on, like you can't just. Yeah, it's
Which is absolutely stupid. That like it's working. Why aren't we using the power?
They've
There's also
diverted
more
it
abundant
for their
on there.
own reasons.
I haven't dug too much into the thorium, but I did see the article about it going on. which is
But
great.
people forget that even at a nuclear power facility,
Your power's cut down.
the only waste that is really produced is from depleted uranium. Now, thinking about depleted
Pretty
uranium,
concentrated.
with that, there is actually ways of breaking that down further to repurpose it for other things.
Like time machines.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, DeLoreans are making a comeback.
I know, right? Right.
Haven't you heard? Have you seen those things?
Yeah.
Not like this, guys. Not
Time
like
of use
this.
rate for John Germain is between 5 and 8 p.m. costs 65 cents.
Yeah, my average is 22 cents per kilowatt hour.
Whoa.
Time of use rate, man. It'll get you.
If I turn the AC on, my bill goes up to like $600 a month.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's that 1 ton of thorium can produce as much energy as 200 tons of uranium. Nice.
That is crazy.
Carlo.
So I'm so
Rubio's
glad I
son
don't live
said
out in
that.
California.
but see,
I
here's the
get it.
thing. But something so amazing, there's no money to be made in it. Think
Oh,
about
of
it.
course not.
Believe it or not, electric vehicles were actually more popular than petroleum vehicles back in the 1900s until they started, having legislation about, the dangers of the electric car,
Burst in the flames.
And then the oil companies got fucking rich.
It was more for me. What I witnessed for looking at
Futurama.
for looking at the history on the
And
automotive
we'll see
industry.
those NASA planet pictures. Mm.
Oh yeah,
The newest ones. Man, those are.
it looks like
Uranus
the stuff.
still looks like a big ball of gas. Like you're just looking at it like, sorry, Uranus.
It still looks like the normal background, but now it has little twinkles on it.
It's still a teal ball of gas.
Did you just say that there's sprinkles on Uranus?
No, there's twinkles around it from the reflective mirrors. It looks like little fucking starbursts just out of nowhere. It's like, am I looking at
Pretty crazy.
I remember
That's
seeing.
even worse.
I'm like,
Starbursts are even worse.
I remember this from back in the day. I went to raves back in the day. I remember
looks
seeing
like
this
a
with a
full-on,
black light above it. This is that black light
Super
shit.
smooth.
But no, like seriously, when I was in going through smog technician class, they actually had us go to a museum. There was a car battery from like 1910 that was
Yeah, from
still
a Ford.
working.
Yeah, from a Ford.
It was still fucking working.
Yeah, 6-volt battery. Yeah,
Battery
it was.
nowadays are designed not to last as long.
Yes, they are currently designed not to last, so you are forced to buy more.
And
It's
the
actually
fluid that's in it.
it's actually not even that. So the fluid that they put in there is distilled water. So it's nothing special on that. They're in the process of charging it. It starts to add the electricity. Yes, I do know this one very extensively. Thank you, college, for teaching me something that's kind of useless, but you know what it is
like,
that
so useless.
Right. So like when you're making a battery, you need two dissimilar metals separated by a liquid. Okay, so basically what they're using is cheap lead and cheap lead positive. So they got lead negative and then lead B positive. These are cheap fucking lead plates, and they make them really thin because they're trying to shave off weight for shipping. You know, it's like as the government prints money, they had to shave stuff off. So what ends up happening is during rapid discharges or prolonged recharges, it starts to eat away at the plates just a little bit. And these plates are like got a little bag around them, and it's supposed to stop like all the little flakes that would come down from touching the next plate next to it. Well, they've cheaped out on materials for that too. And I've seen batteries, actually modern batteries, melt down because eventually it filled up with stuff from both the plates, and they touched, and they're close to each other. It's not like there's a whole lot of room. And as soon as they start shorting out, now you're not keeping a charge on there. And I started noticing
now this needs a real good shake.
Right. So
nice
I started noticing.
around.
Oh no, I started noticing it in a different way. Back at that time, whenever they started getting a little cheaper on the batteries, I was a custom audio car installer. I made subwoofer boxes. I would drop in the big booms into the trunk. So you're doing everything possible to shake the car while you're going down the smoothest road. So it went from, it's like it used to be back in the day. Like if you weren't going with the gel batteries, you would go for an Interstate battery. Interstate was one of the top of the line batteries you could drop in. It would survive off-roading. It would, you could drop it down. I mean, it would damn near drop it down a set of stairs, pop it in your car, go drive home. And at that time, I'd get like 5 years off of a battery with all the massive power. I'm talking 4,000 watt stereo systems and stuff like that, lasting 5 years on a battery. Then about partway into my me doing all of this, I started noticing that I was getting 4 years, 3 years, and then I was lucky if I got 2 years on a fucking battery. Lucky. And then I started watching the warranty on the battery going from what was it, like
a 5-year warranty?
Yeah, you get like your 5-6 year warranty on it. Now you get a 90-day warranty on it. Tell me there's not inflation without. It's like, tell me that there's no inflation without telling me there's no inflation. Because that is exactly what inflation does. They're trying to sell you. They want to sell you desperately. These companies want to sell you this fucking product by any means necessary. But
and
the dollars,
they're also trying to keep it at a reasonable price, so they have to shave something somewhere.
Because they've got to have reasonable expected profits. If you're not making a profit and you're in a business and you're not making profit, why be in business?
You're not making a battery that lasts 10 years. When's the next time you're going to get a sale?
It's not that you're worried about a battery lasting 10 years. If the money
that was just an example.
Right.
Just an example.
If the battery lasts you 10 years, though, let's go on down that rabbit hole, and you need the cost of doing business has tripled. That means the battery needs to either last 3 times less time so that you can generate the same income level that you were expecting in order to keep your doors open, minimum. And we get stupid senile people that think that they're in control of a country telling people, "Oh, it's you guys at the gas stations. Lower your prices." Fucking bullshit.
Batteries are $230.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, just about.
I bet. the price of goods and service, when factored in dollars that are worthless, has to go up.
Jesus.
They can't.
Imagine you
They
drive,
can't
now
shrink
imagine
them
you
no
drive
more.
A diesel vehicle. Guess
I
what?
got
You
two of
got
those.
Two batteries.
Yeah, I got two of those
Two
bitches.
big batteries.
Oh yeah, very big batteries. I
Very big batteries. Those things are expensive.
yeah, they are. Yeah, don't tell me about that.
I've been there. I had them both go out on my old Dodge.
Even if they don't both go out, you still
Yeah,
replace
you
both.
replace them both. Yeah, you don't. It's not like a. Oh, just put the new one in here and leave the old one. No, you don't.
It's like when I see people with 4-wheel drive vehicles, and they're like, "Hey, can I get 2 tires?" And I'm like, "This is all-wheel drive." Yeah, can I get 2 tires? No. Why? It's a Subaru. So, Subaru's the worst one about this one. Your tire tread is off by 1/4 of an inch. You're gonna blow out
Get
the
a manual
fucking
park uphill. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck restarting the car. Gonna go backwards.
Well, you even if you're parked
That's what
backwards,
e-brakes are for.
you can still
E-brake.
you can still flip around and then if you're in a manual, roll down that hill. You know, I mean, you can do there are ways to get around if you're parked on a hill. You know,
If
California's
you're parked
good
on a
for
hill,
that.
use the e-brake, start the car, all right, with the clutch and everything, okay? And then get the revs up just enough, all right? Have your foot on the brake, let the e-brake go, and then freaking take the fuck off.
What if you're parallel parked?
That's more fun. That's even more fun.
I hope you. I hope you
I'm
know.
not leaving till the guy in front of me leaves.
Right? I'm about to say, I'm like, yeah.
Hope you don't have a court date.
No, because like, I would think if you're gonna roll it down a hill, you should be able to just like take your foot off the brake and then like cut it. The only thing is if they're parked tight on you, then you're fucked. If they should,
California.
if
I'd
they-
assume they're
if-
gonna pack it deep.
oh no, that you see, we call that Chicago fucked. You know, where the guy parks an incredibly big vehicle right up on your bumper.
Like when I try to park a dadgum turbo diesel freaking truck in a compact parking spot.
Oh, I had one put his.
Those are
I
the
had
good ones.
I had one put his hitch.
That's when they got big mud tires on it.
He
too.
put his hitch into my grill, so I conveniently unscrewed the Schrader valves and his valve stems on his tire.
Oh, that's not very good.
Yeah, he busted out my grill with a stupid hitch because he decided to park a car, his truck, that it was an S10 truck, and he parked it into an area where it was like a subcompact car only. And he tried to do it at an angle. So he angled his. Yeah, he deserved it. Yeah. I didn't knife his tire. His tires weren't ruined, but he did not have valve stem cores in it. So nothing was destroyed on his car. I've done far worse to people. But those were my misguided teenage years.
That was wild. My internet just cut out.
Whoa. And you're still here.
I've had it where, yeah, some people that hit my car with their truck probably was not happy that I had a crowbar in my trunk. They don't need gasoline, right? Again, you know, we're talking, you know, well past statute of limitation on a misguided youth.
If it happened over 20 years ago, you're in the clear.
Yeah,
Tell
you're
me.
yes. It's Chicago life, man. I don't call it Chirac for no reason.
Oh, man.
But we are over that 1 hour mark.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Man, yeah, 74
are.
minutes.
Yeah.
Smash that like button, folks. You got a little dose of extra going on.
Thank you for being here, everybody. You guys are rock. You are the reason why we do this every week.
You guys are rated F. And you know why. Because you're fucking awesome.
Ooh. So nice. So nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, definitely tune in tomorrow if Mikhail's not having a baby for Good Morning Miners. And then we also have our boy Serpent. He should be doing one as well after that.
Yep.
And then tomorrow night, Mining After Dark. And then Sunday, Patreon live stream. Woo!
I hope to see you all there.
I hope to see you all there too. My brother decided that Saturday was not going to be fishing day. He wants to do it Sunday, so I'm going to try to be here on time. We should be, because instead of going down to the ocean, we're going to go by the lake over here, go fishing. So
nice.
Yeah.
Should be a fun time. Nice, relaxing. And I'm planning on having a beautiful, delicious cup of DogeLord coffee first thing in the morning when I'm bringing in the fish. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are brand new here, smash that like button, subscribe, join us in the Discord down below, and if you like what you see, join the Patreon if you want some insider access or behind the scenes knowledge.
Maybe you'll join us tomorrow.
Sunday.
Woo!
That's the only way to see us on Sunday.
Or,
for the Patreon
Sunday,
exclusive.
Right. I'm a day off.
Yeah, you are.
I'm thinking tomorrow. I'm like, wait a minute, Sunday. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. Hey man, I blend my days blend a couple, like every once in a while, you know. Mikkel understands what I'm talking about.
I rely on a calendar, and when I wake up I look at my phone and I'm like, good, I know the day. It's the first thing I check is the day of the week.
Right?
Like, all right, it's Friday.
It's like sometimes I just do stuff and I'm like on
send in
autopilot.
the helicopters.
Right?
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for being here. We fucking love you. You guys are the reason we are still here. And like I said, we are coming up on that year anniversary of when you guys asked if we could do coffee for the crypto community. So, yeah, I think maybe doing 2 giveaways would be kind of cool. So let's see what happens.
And with that, guys, definitely peace out, everybody. And of course, stay savage.
Oh, use the capital code DCA Adventure for an extra 10% off of your coffee subscriptions, because you already get 10% off with your subscription.
Getting some alpha right here. Getting some alpha. And with that, we'll see you all on the next one, guys.
Peace out, guys. Stay savage.